Once upon a time, two Buddhist monks were traveling through a forest. One of them was a senior monk, and the other was a junior monk. They were walking peacefully and with a calm mind to reach their destination. At one point, they came across a river with a strong flow of water. To continue their journey, they would need to swim through the river and cross to the other side. As the two monks were preparing to cross the river, they saw a young, beautiful woman sitting at the bank of the river. She was also looking to cross the river, but she did not know how to swim. So she requested the two monks to carry her on their back to the other side of the river. Buddhist monks take a vow of celibacy when they become monks. They are not supposed to even look at a woman. The two monks glanced at each other. They both thought for a moment. The junior monk politely refused and started crossing the river. Then, without saying a word, the senior monk went ahead, picked up the woman on his back, carried her across the river, placed her gently on the other side, and went on his way to continue his journey. The junior monk could not believe what had just happened. After rejoining his companion, he was speechless. Without saying a word, he was shocked at the behavior of his fellow monk. He could not stop thinking about how his fellow monk had broken his vow by touching a woman. However, they continued their journey. An hour passed without a word between them, then 2 hours, then 3. Finally, the younger monk could not contain himself any longer and asked the senior monk, "Can I ask you a question?" The senior monk said, "Sure, go ahead." The junior monk said, "I have been thinking about what you did at the river." The senior monk asked, "What did I do?" The junior monk said, "Don't you know what you did? You broke your vow to Buddhism when you touched the woman while carrying her across the river." Then he continued, saying to the senior monk, "As monks, we are not permitted to even touch a woman." "Then, how could you carry that woman on your back for so long?" The senior monk laughed and said, "I dropped that woman on the bank of the river a long time ago. However, it seems that you are still carrying her around in your head." If we look at our lives, we will find that this Buddhism story has a simple and beautiful message for us. A message about letting go of the past and living in the present moment. How many times in our lives are we upset about things that happened in the past? We all experience negative emotions such as guilt, regret, anger, and frustration in our lives. We hold on to these hurts and resentments in our minds, forgetting that the past is gone and cannot be changed. The longer we dwell on these thoughts, the more we suffer. Like the junior monk, on the other hand, the senior monk carried the woman across the river. Then he dropped the woman there and with it also dropped all the emotional baggage of that event in the past and moved on to the next. He knew that clinging to the past only causes pain, and freedom lies in letting go of the emotional baggage. He showed us how to live in the present and move on with our lives. Similarly, we can also heal our suffering by choosing to release the shadows of the past and focus on the present moment. This Zen story reminds us of the timeless wisdom that true freedom lies not in changing the past, but in accepting it, being mindful and having the courage to let go. We should always remember that the past is a memory and the present is a gift. We must appreciate the gift of the present by releasing the burden of the past.